Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works World. And today is Grand Monday. I have the privilege of introducing you another story, an absolutely amazing story. And Dr. San, which is my special guest today, is going to share with you her story. Over to you.
Hello, good morning and good evening to everybody watching today. Thank you so much for having me on the show today, Marina. Very honoured, humbled and privileged. Thank you.
So tell us what brought you where you are. What had happened in your life at some point that you had to change the way you see yourself?
To set a little bit about myself, I started off as I come from a very lovely background, a lovely childhood, had a wonderful upbringing, went to medical school and graduated, and absolutely loved my profession in the medical space. The first and foremost reason why engaged in the medical space was to create an impact and make a difference in people's lives. I wanted to help people. Along my journey within the NHS, a lot of things had changed with the bureaucratic side, particularly. And as things had changed with the bureaucratic side, I learned very quickly that the difference that I was able to make was diminished. I was not in control of the difference that I can make. It was limited as well. Then I got married and realized that my time was more important. The difference that I could make in the NHS and for my for the difference that I wanted to create with my purpose, which was a greater impact globally, was restricted on a one-to-one basis. So I decided, after a very critical point one day in the NHS, where I was unable to make the difference I could have made due to the bureaucratic legislations, to resign from that post. And that was the final straw, where I decided to leave a six-figure salary job with lots of security and prospect to start as a businesswoman by myself in an industry which was predominantly male driven, to make a massive impact. So it was, I was doing a lot of personal development at the same time as well. And Tony Robbins, I recall one of his famous sayings that, to take over an island, you need to burn the boats. So I think that's literally exactly what I did. I resigned. I didn't know how I was going to go about doing what I was going to be doing right now, but I knew I would have done, I knew I was going to do it. I knew I was going to make a success of it, and I knew I would be making the impact that I am today. I'm not finished making an impact. I'm still on my journey, but I'm thoroughly on my way there.
So what is different now? What is your heart telling you when you wake up in the morning, comparing with when you were under a lot of duress and feeling that you could not fulfill your purpose?
What I do is I have a very predominant morning routine. With my morning routine, I connect with my purpose. I connect with my why, the reason why I feel I am here on the planet. The connection, and the very strong, powerful connection with my why, keeps me grounded and on track to fulfill my purpose.
So what do you think people hold back when um, having the choice to choose between their 9 to 5 job and living their purpose? What are the major challenges in your own experience?
The major challenges most people experience from in transition is clarity and direction. A lot of people would love to pursue their purpose. A lot of individuals feeling stuck and trapped in a job where they do not feel the satisfaction at all are simply stuck there because A, they feel they have no direction, they haven't got clarity on what their purpose is, and B, how to achieve that purpose. So that these things are fundamentally important. And I would always encourage, that there is a lot of hype in the media to leave your 9 to 5 job and go and pursue your passion. But in reality, we really do need to be very practical and pragmatic as well. It's all very well trying to pursue your passion and purpose, but if you're a family or you're a single mother of children, you've got bills to pay, you've got to think of all of the practical, pragmatic sides of things. So, once you've got that covered, really work on trying to fulfill that purpose as a side business first until you elevate your business and grow the business to a point where you can then give up your full-time post or job elsewhere. So practical considerations are fundamentally important, in my opinion.
So what is what are the top 3 challenges you've been experiencing before? And of course, the next question is going to be what are the 3 top greatest wins since you start living your purpose?
Okay, the 3 top challenges for me were defining what my purpose was. I had a deep knowledge of what it was, but actually clarifying that purpose, seeking a mentor to help me with my purpose, to clarify it and define it. That was one of my challenges. Another challenge was starting up in a very male-dominated environment where I knew I had to perform slightly better than my contemporaries. That was initially, but as I established my reputation and my credibility in my space, I think that kind of subsided very quickly. Another challenge that I experienced was starting a business is not what a lot of people would preempt it to be. It is extremely challenging. It does require a massive drain on your time. As a mum of 2 children, sometimes it was a bit of a juggling act. So there is that, always guilt where you are really focusing on the business and you think, oh, I really should be with my children. Whereas if you're in a 9 to 5 job, for example, your time is yours once you have left your job. But where you're starting out in business, it is not really 9 to 5, it's 24/7. So initially, I think it was predominantly dealing with that mummy guilt initially, but that subsided as I established the business. And I'm very fortunate now that the children are very understanding and really value what I do.
So they work with you as a team to elevate your emotional intelligence and
absolutely
and support your mission. You are a woman on a mission. What are the top 3 wins since you started your journey?
Top 3 wins. Apart from the regular awards and accreditations, I would say first and foremostly knowing that I'm making a massive impact with the feedback that I get from not just individual men and women, but institutions from around the world. Another massive win recently was to secure a place at the London Business School to teach my own leadership program. It's been a work in progress for many years. So I feel very honoured and very privileged to be doing that. And also as an advisor working, with the United Nations on the Global Health Leadership Program, a massive achievement.
Just to name the top 3, and I know you have an extraordinary personality, and you are determined to turn challenges into opportunities, and that is your mantra. I just wonder, in my own experience, it was very hard to forget everything I knew and start learning who I was. So how was that part of the journey for you, learning your true worth?
Oh, it's a very, very not an easy journey, but certainly an enlightening one. It was a journey that I think, as a woman, as a human being, that I would highly recommend everybody needs to go through. It's fundamental to be living our purpose and to be making the difference that we want to be making in this world. It's not an easy one, but definitely one worth pursuing.
Isn't fascinated how we get all the degrees we could possibly get, we get all the achievements we possibly could achieve, we achieve all the goals we could possibly imagine, and then there is a point in your life when you realize must be more of me. And you went through hell, you came back, and now you are delivering an amazing platform for people to become who they truly are and deliver their own life purpose. And share with us a little bit more about your exciting times at present. What's exciting in your life? Give us the breaking news.
There are quite a few actually. At the moment, I've just launched my VIP Elevate program, which is mentoring already very successful established business ladies to elevate their business to a certain level globally, and reintroducing them to a place, or introducing them to a place where they can really celebrate, as you would say, their own stardust. So I feel that no matter how successful we become, particularly as women, we sometimes along that journey of success still forget who we are. And with this new program, I'm able to really help the ladies, A, to in their business, and B, to help them reconnect with themselves. So that's one exciting project. Another exciting project that I'm doing at the moment, I'm really fascinated and I can't contain it anymore, is I've just launched a new business, which is an international wealth management business in Geneva, in Switzerland, working alongside large financial organizations and leadership officials internationally to elevate wealth creation for women around the world. So particularly focusing on finance policy and implementing and teaching financial etiquette to youngsters right from the age of, say, 12 all the way up until university, how to create their wealth. The wealth creation for women is fundamentally important to allow them to feel emancipated and to feel empowered. A lot of women are stuck in positions in life due to the lack of finances and wealth creation, and also the management of their wealth is equally important. So that's another project that I'm working on at the moment.
Wow, I'm so taken by your enthusiasm, by your love for people, by your vision. Because if you think about life, is this karmic coin. On one side is your past, who gave you the chance to learn all the lessons that need to be learned, and everything that happened didn't happen for you, didn't happen to you, happened actually for you. And on the other side of the coin is this amazing, ready to be delivered vision, to become a reality. And I see you you see more than other people your age would normally see, and you see what is available for each one of us. You see that Stardust actually is a reality, and it's your hard currency, and it's a commodity that needs to start going round. And if you had a magic wand, what would you change into the world we are in at present?
What a wonderful question, Marina. Um, there are so many things. I think it's difficult to pinpoint just the one thing. But if I were to think of one thing that's quite close to my heart at the moment, is I would prevent the manipulation and abuse of underage girls globally. So that would include child rape, child marriage, female genital mutilation. This is what, if I had a magic wand, this is where I would be waving it profusely.
Wow, is there are a lot of words to be delivered into the world, and we are here to accept the truth and make the world a better place. Where is the best place for our listeners to connect with you?
You can contact with me on LinkedIn. My website is under construction at the moment, but it'll be www.drsan.co.uk. And it's Dr. San Ludhra on LinkedIn, and it's San Ludhra on Facebook.
We are going to publish your interview on various platforms, and one of them is YouTube. You are live there now. We recently launched the Stardust Academy.world. So your
Fantastic.
interview is going to be there. All your details are going to be there for our listeners. So of course, our website radioworks.world is available for our listeners to get in touch, and perhaps you would consider to start your own radio show so listeners could connect with you and share their vision with during your show. From both of us, until next time, is goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.